There's a lot of dogs in this movie.
Is there?
In Insomnia?
There's like one that I can think of.
Doesn't he have like all the dogs at his house or whatever?
Oh yeah, he does have 2 dogs, doesn't he?
In the same way, there's a lot of dogs barking in the background. We can't get them to stop.
Yeah, we can't. It's true.
We're sorry. Hopefully it's not that noticeable.
Yeah. They're also not ours, so.
We also do this outside, so it's kind of par for the course.
Yeah, it's true.
Welcome back to Still My Line, a Fireside Film Podcast. I'm Grant.
I'm Drew.
And we are talking about...
Insomnia.
Directed by...
Nolan. In our Nolan series.
Episode 3 of our Super Nolan extravaganza.
Heck yeah.
And I am so stoked because this is 2 things. Insomnia is the least talked about Nolan film, probably besides Following. But I'd say Insomnia is almost like less talked about.
I would kind of agree.
I think it's relative because, yeah, maybe Following is less talked about. But this movie stars Al Pacino,
right?
Robin Williams,
right?
And Hilary Swank.
It's true.
And no one talks about it.
Nobody talks about it.
I have not seen this movie until...
This is one out of the 2 Nolan movies that I haven't seen.
Yeah. And...
Well, I have now, but...
I'm going to go ahead and say up front, I enjoyed this movie. I have thoughts on this movie.
I have lots of thoughts.
But this was definitely an interesting watch, especially coming off Memento. Because this movie is not a lot like Memento.
It's true.
But other Nolan films, which... Oop, just hit myself in the face with the mic. Other Nolan films are a lot like Memento. And I know we can't talk about those other ones.
Right.
But, I mean, what are we watching? Prestige next?
I think so.
Prestige is a lot like Memento.
It's true.
So, long story short, I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Right.
Did you like this movie?
I did. I have lots of thoughts.
Okay.
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great.
Okay.
And I think the main reason is Nolan didn't write this movie.
Really?
He did not.
Who wrote this movie?
Not Nolan.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, he only I mean, I can triple check.
Batman Begins is next, then The Prestige. My bad. But Prestige is coming up.
Right.
Okay, so he was kind of just like hired on to make a movie that he didn't write.
He just took it up, yeah. So the screenplay was done by Hilary Swank, Nikolaj Frobenius, and Eric, and that's not Nolan, okay?
Yeah, none of those are Christopher Nolan, which is okay.
It's okay, and like directors do this all the time.
Yeah.
But Nolan
doesn't do it all the time.
Doesn't do it all the time. And I think that's kind of why this movie, A, isn't super talked about.
Yes.
And B, kind of feels different. Because I do think this feels very different to all the other Nolan movies.
Yes, I would definitely agree. I think this movie feels a little bit more like some of the Batman stuff later.
Okay, I can agree with that, yeah.
And less like Memento, Prestige. I know we're not talking about those movies yet. It's hard not to kind of try to place this, though, in my mind of all the other Nolan movies, you know? I like this movie. And this movie actually has really good reviews. And it's starring 3 Oscar-winning actors.
Yeah.
And, again, no one talks about it. Spoiler-free, you know, why do you think that is? I know you kind of mentioned some stuff, but like this movie hasn't aged as gracefully as maybe some of other Nolan stuff.
And it is interesting because I think if you take this movie at face value, it is very good.
Yeah, it's like a thriller starring 3 really great actors and an interesting story.
I do have a couple problems with the writing.
Okay.
That we can't get into yet because spoilers still exist. But I don't know. I don't know why this movie's not talked about more because I think Al Pacino, Robin Williams, and Hilary Swank alone should carry the conversation. And
honestly, as we talk about the movie, they kind of do. I still think I really like the vibe of the movie.
Okay.
I liked the setting in the movie.
Yeah, it's set in Alaska.
It's really cool.
And they make a joke like a little bit, and it's like they're trying to go to a school to like interview some kids, and he's like, "All right, let's go." And they're like, "It's 10 at night," and it's like friggin'
it looks like this, yeah.
Which like I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it?"
Yeah. Which is very tied into the whole movie.
Yeah. It is called Insomnia. So.
Yeah. I thought Al Pacino was great.
I thought it was good.
I thought Hilary Swank was great. I thought Robin Williams was interesting.
I wanted more Robin.
We need to talk about that in the spoiler section.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think that... I know this was kind of the last Nolan film that we hadn't seen, and we're just now watching it. Do you think one, a moviegoer or film person, or two, just kind of anybody should watch this movie? I feel like if you're into Nolan, you should watch this movie.
I think if you're into Nolan, you should watch this movie. And I do think this movie is pretty widely accessible.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I think anybody could sit down. Like, my mom came into my room when I was watching it, and she's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "It's called Insomnia," and she's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Do you like detective movies?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, I think any average person could enjoy this movie, which is not something I can say about all Nolan movies.
This movie feels like Nolan doing Silence of the Lambs, not 1-to-1, but
I think that's a decent comparison.
It kind of feels like he's doing just like the detective thriller thing.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. But this movie doesn't feel super unique from all those other ones.
I think it's a little more optimistic than Silence of the Lambs.
I mean, yes, but if you put this in a group of movies that are the same genre and vibe, I wouldn't pick out Insomnia.
No, I think it's true.
I'd pick out Silence of the Lambs or something like that. So, any other thoughts before we get into spoilers?
I think we should get into it. I'm interested to see what you think.
Spoiler warning. Go watch Insomnia. You know the drill at this point.
It's true.
All right. What are you interested in? Like, what do you want me to talk about?
All right. I want to know. Here's my biggest problem with this movie.
Okay.
I don't think Al Pacino and Robin Williams had enough tension, chemistry, whatever you want to call it, to carry half of the movie. Yeah. And you know who the killer is an hour in.
Yeah.
So the whole mystery is gone. And then you're invested in their relationship and like the tension between the two guys. I don't think that the writing is strong enough.
I feel like
to carry that half of the movie.
I feel like the idea of it is really strong.
I agree.
Because they are like kind of the same person. And
it's super intriguing concept, but I think in execution, it kind of stumbles.
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely agree. And maybe it is a chemistry thing between the two. Maybe it's just the script and the writing. Because the boat scene, because the chase scene was cool, and you're kind of tracking, and then they meet on this boat. And that scene was very flat in retrospect.
Yeah.
And it should have been a very tension-filled scene. Mm-hmm. Again, not saying that that's bad. The movie was still good, but I didn't buy stock in their relationship or those characters. We're kind of mirrors of each other, but I mean, Al Pacino, his character's name is Will, right? Mm-hmm. He says it like, you beat her and choked her for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, Al Pacino, we buy that his character did accidentally shoot
his partner.
I think it's Hap, but I do not buy that. Robin Williams, his character, that it was an accident. It was, right. Even though he says it and maybe he wants to believe it, it's very much on purpose. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I think that kind of all fell apart for me. But what are more your thoughts?
Okay, I kind of hit this movie hard, I feel like, but there's a lot of parts that I liked. I liked all the performances. Mm-hmm. I think it was hard for me to believe that Robin Williams,
you said this earlier,
is a bad guy, and maybe that's just because I love Good Will Hunting, Dead Poet Society, so it's like he plays such like genuine guys there.
Yes,
that it's hard for me to see him as anything else.
Yes,
but I do think his performance was good.
Yes,
because I think he's trying to believe that he is a good guy. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of part of the point of the movie is like, is he?
Yeah, you said like this movie doesn't have enough Robin Williams. I do think it really doesn't. Like, I feel like this movie could have spent more time on fleshing out his character and making him more understandable and believable.
Right.
Like, I think he could have like maybe actually accidentally killed her. Kat is the girl's name, and then we spend time kind of in his world, seeing how it was an accident. And then maybe at some point at the end of the movie, he makes a decision to really, like, become evil.
Right.
But instead the whole time you kind of know he's the killer and he's evil,
Yeah, and, like, I think when he, quote-unquote, like, snapped and started, like, shooting at them and all the things, I was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Not a lot of tension.
There's just not a lot of tension, and it was like, Robin Williams is good. He's good, or he's, quote-unquote, good in his own mind, and he's trying to, like, help the police.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, Hilary Swank's character saw the dress, so, like, she knew, and that's why he pulled the gun.
Yes.
So I guess that does make sense now that I'm saying it out loud.
But like, how would she have known it was the dress?
I know. I do think that part was kind of unclear.
Anyway.
Do you think this has, like, Nolan's fingerprints on it?
I see cinematography and editing, yes.
Okay.
Because there's a lot in Memento when it just, like, hard cuts to, you know, the wife, you know, in the bathroom. And, like, there's a lot of the flashback stuff that he's getting. Editing-wise, this movie does the same exact thing.
Right.
Same exact thing. Just, you know, the fabric on the, you know, keeps cutting to the blood in the fabric, or keeps cutting to, like, the cat and beating her, and everything. Just that editing and really the way this movie looks and kind of feels definitely feels very Nolan. The script doesn't, and I think that's the thing that really makes this kind of a lower tier, probably one of the lowest tier Nolan films. I still think it's a more polished movie than Following, but I like this movie kind of for what it is, and that's the extent of it, you know?
I do think that, and this is kind of what I wanted to say yesterday, but I didn't want to, like, break the own rules that we've made. Which,
Keep
like,
getting attacked by a butterfly.
Hey, buddy. All right, he's going to stay there. Oh, no, he's not.
All right, keep going.
I think the opening scene, or, like, honestly, the credits is, like, it keeps flashing back to the blood.
Yes.
And, again, very Nolan. It did it in Memento, too. Like, the first shot is kind of the thesis.
Yes.
And I interpreted that, and I might be different because based on what you just said, but I interpreted it as that's Al Pacino planting evidence.
I think it is.
Yeah, okay. And I thought the ending of the movie was the most interesting part, for sure.
Okay.
Because Al Pacino's concerned about his legacy and how he will be remembered the whole movie.
And then he gives that up.
And then he gives that up and says, I can't remember the exact line, but he basically says,
he's like, don't, like, throw away.
Don't become a bad cop.
Yeah. Like, don't throw away what drives you.
And it's like, okay, like, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
As an ending, but I just think the way we got there was, like, kind of questionable.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'll have to think more on it, honestly, but general thoughts on this movie, I'm, like, relatively positive. It's good. It's not the greatest Nolan movie.
Oh, yeah, it's not even close.
And I think it's an interesting watch, especially for the three main actors. Like, to see actors of this caliber in this movie it's cool to see.
It is cool to see.
And that's probably, like, that's kind of where it ends, but it's still cool to see. But I still am a fan of this movie overall.
For sure.
I'm just not as high on it as I am on other Nolan films, which I've said before. But,
yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and do our Nolan ranking?
Yeah, we should.
Unless you have any other thoughts, anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
All right. We currently have Memento and Following, 1 and 2. We got to insert this somewhere in that ranking.
Yep.
I want to say that this is above Following.
I don't know if I do.
Following is not very polished.
It's not, but it's
interesting.
I think I liked Following more.
Oh, man. I didn't know we disagree on this.
I don't know. I think...
Okay, sell me on why this should be below Following.
Do we have to agree on our rankings?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, why?
I don't know, because I want to give them one ranking.
Okay. I don't know. I think in terms of Nolan's filmography and in terms of Nolan's style, I think Following had that all over it.
Yes.
Whereas this one didn't, and half of the movie, it just kind of felt stale.
Yeah. Okay.
And I agree with you that Insomnia is much more polished.
Yeah.
Than Following.
I feel like Insomnia is a better watch, though. Like, overall, for just the average moviegoer and getting invested in a story, even though it doesn't execute at the highest level it could, it's still a better watch. I think the movie's prettier. I think...
True.
I mean, 3 great actors, even if the story doesn't do him justice.
Also true.
I love the setting. Alaska's really cool to watch. I think the mystery is kind of interesting at some points.
I will say, the mystery was engaging. They just gave it up halfway through.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. That's my take. I think these are like neck and neck, though. Like, these will probably end up being at the bottom of the totem pole.
No, for sure. They're definitely going to be there.
Which do you want to land on? I'll follow your lead on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so sweet. I don't know. From my subjective opinion, I liked Following more.
All right, I'll follow your lead, even though.
No way, that's crazy.
Listen. If you're gonna sit down with your family and you have 2 Blu-rays in front of you,
right?
And you're Following, and you have Insomnia. Which are you putting in?
Well, I'm gonna watch Insomnia, but that's. Well, what's the scale here?
The scale is whatever we make it.
He's lost his keys.
Keep going.
Okay, I like Following more, but that's just me. So if we're going off Drew McKinney's opinion, then sure, we can rank it however we want. But are we trying to be as objective as possible?
Yes.
Okay, then Insomnia's. I think it should go Memento, Insomnia, Following.
All right.
Objectively.
I agree with your
but
rankings.
I disagree with that take.
All right, that's our take.
Yeah.
For Insomnia, what do you think you should do? Our ranking?
I think streaming.
I think streaming too.
Yeah.
I feel good about that.
I think it's a solid watch with your family, detective, murder mystery that you can enjoy.
Yes.
And then probably forget about in a week and a half.
Yep. I feel good about that. I don't have anything else. So Batman Begins is next.
Batman Begins is next.
So we're gonna watch Batman Begins next. Very, very. I feel like we entered the Batman era of Nolan, which is a different era.
It's a different era.
Very cool. He does his take on the superhero genre. So
I mean, the next 5 movies
are just heaters.
Are just banger after banger.
Just heaters, man.
So be there. Because it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a party.
We will see you tomorrow for Batman Begins. Take a break.
Enjoy a film.
And we'll see you next time.
And by that we mean